What's going on to a community? I'm back at you with another video. This one, want to discuss this stupid ruling, this stupid ATF ruling that changed the designation of what's considered a pistol and a short barrel rifle. And as a result, they rendered my favorite firearm in my collection basically illegal. Because on January 31st, this was considered to be a pistol. But on February 1st, this became a short barrel rifle. So I had to take this brace off, which, by the way, I did put back on just for the purpose of this video. But since the ruling, I have had to brace off. And I put it back on because I wanted to show you how easy it is to kind of get around the ruling and talk about some of the options that you might have. So this is my primary home defense weapon, so it is loaded. So the first thing I'm going to do is drop the mag and clear it. There's nothing in the chamber. So now, with this ruling, the ATF is not a lawmaking body. What they did was just basically change their designation of what's considered to be a pistol and what's considered to be a short barrel rifle. So their ruling says that anything with a stabilizing brace, before a stabilizing brace, was not considered to be a stock. So therefore this weapon was considered to be a pistol. But after the ruling, any device that allowed the gun to be fired from the shoulder, including a stabilizing brace, designated the gun as a short barrel rifle. So your options are either to remove the remove the brace, or file the paperwork and get the tax stamp and register your weapon as a SBR, or short barrel rifle, which, by the way, for 120 days after the ruling, which went into effect February 1st, they are waiving the $200 fee that it used to cost for you to get a tax stamp to designate your weapon as an SBR. But when you do that, what you have to do is go through a whole bunch of BS. You have to send in a photo, you have to send in some fingerprints, you have to wait. And a lot of people, myself included, think that this ruling may be deemed unconstitutional. So you have some time, if you don't want to rush and register your weapon as an SBR. You have 120 days from February 1st. So I went back and forth on what I was going to do. At first, I was just going to go ahead and SBR this thing. But now I've decided that I'm going to wait a little while and see how this plays out, because I know there's some lawsuits coming. The Supreme Court or somebody else could rule that this their new rule, or whatever you want to call it, is unconstitutional, which it definitely is. The government just, all they want to do is step on people's Second Amendment rights, and depending on which state you live in, it can be even worse. Like, I live in Maryland, and Maryland is it's got to be one of the most anti-Second Amendment states in the country. So I'm used to stuff like this. But just wanted to show how easy it is to make your weapon compliant if you decided that you didn't want to SBR it. See, it's this brace that makes the gun non-compliant, and it's easy enough to remove it. If you have a adjustable brace like I do, you adjust it by, well, you don't even have to push the lever to adjust this. You just pull it out and it comes out. But you do push this lever to collapse it. And on the other side of this lever, there's a pin that goes into your buffer tube that keeps the brace from coming all the way off. So you would just lift this and disengage that pin, and then you can just slide the brace off. And now this weapon is ATF, NFA, whoever you want to call it, compliant. I really like the brace, and I'm kind of pissed off that I have to take the brace off. But the one good thing about this is that they do sell covers for these, which I did order one. So there will be a part 2 to this video. I've already ordered the cover. It's on the way in the mail. So when I do get it, and I'll probably do an install video and show you how it works, what it looks like. But this right here, this is the 9mm version of the CMMG Banshee. This is such a soft, sweet shooting gun. I would actually wouldn't hesitate to use this if I had to. If somebody came into my house, I wouldn't hesitate to, put this against my cheek and shoot it. It's metal, it might be a little uncomfortable, but you know what? If somebody's coming in my house to do me or my family harm, I'd rather have a little bruise or a mark or on my cheek than to lose my life or one of my family members gets seriously hurt or killed. So I wouldn't hesitate to use this for home defense the way it is. But I do have a buffer tube cover coming. And like I said, once I get that, I will do an install video. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video. But for now, this gun is ATF, NFA compliant. And that's all you have to do. It's real simple. So if you don't want to do the tax stamp, or if you decided like me that you want to wait around and see how this thing plays out before you rush and SBR your weapon, that's an option. I still haven't decided completely what I'm going to do, but right now I'm just not going to do anything. I'm just going to leave the weapon as it is. Later on, I may decide to SBR this. I do have other weapons that I don't have to register. So I have plenty of weapons to use that are compliant. I'm not really keen on sending my fingerprints and my photo into the ATF if I haven't committed any crimes. It just seems like they're trying to collect a database of who owns these type of weapons, and then they can identify them by serial number, fingerprints, and they'll have your picture. It just doesn't sit easy with myself and a few other people I know. So a few of us have decided that we're just going to hold off and see how this thing plays out. So until then, stay tuned for part 2 of this video. Like I said, when I do get the buffer tube cover and it's got a cheek rest on it, I will do an install video and show you how it comes out. But until next time, have fun, get some shooting done, and as always, be safe. Peace. We are out.